One time in 2016, me and my friends were watching a YouTube video of Cameron Dallas where he cut open a giant teddy bear and got inside of it. We thought this video was the absolute funniest thing we've ever seen, and then I remembered last week was my sister and her boyfriend's 1-year anniversary and he gave her a giant teddy bear. So I thought this is perfect, and we went and we got her teddy bear. We got a pair of scissors and started cutting down the back of the teddy bear and taking the stuffing out. We then took turns hopping inside the teddy bear and started walking around my neighborhood, knocking on my neighbors' doors and scaring them. Then when we got back home, we snuck the bear back into the house and started stitching it back together with a sewing kit that I found upstairs. I thought it looked good as new, so I put it back where I found it. But turns out one of my friends posted a video of us in the bear on their Snapchat story, and someone showed my sister. And then my sister came home and told my mom on me, and I got grounded for a long time.
I will never understand why you guys blow up the videos of me taking off my makeup in reverse. Like, I don't even know why I bother making videos of me putting on the makeup at this point. Honestly, I should just put it on, leave it there for 2 seconds, and then wipe it off and throw it in reverse. Because that's what TikTok wants. They will put me on the For You if I keep doing this right here. So, come on guys, give it a like. I look a little bit funky right now, but we are about to fix it because today I'm going to be wiping on my makeup. Well, not actually wiping on my makeup, just wiping my makeup off in reverse. But if I could wipe on makeup, that would be a pretty nifty skill. But yeah, so I'm throwing this bad boy in reverse because y'all said you would give me 100,000 likes if I did it. So be so for real right now and just like it. Share it maybe. Leave a comment even. Because I spent hours on this makeup look just to record a 30-second video. Queen snatched period gat. I'm looking awfully funky-licious right now, and let me tell you why. I'm wiping on my makeup. Well, obviously not actually wiping on my makeup. I wiped off my makeup and then put it in reverse so it looks like I'm wiping on my makeup. But it would be pretty cool if I could wipe on my makeup. I think that would be sick. While you're here, I might as well tell you, I posted a long-form YouTube video where I took this look out on the street and held up a sign to cars that said, "Honk if you think I'm scary." Yes, I really did that. There's gonna be a little button right here to click on if you want to go watch that. Slay Queen Gat for life. Please.
Today, I'm going to be recreating this special effects look that I tried to do a few years ago. So I'm just sketching out with some water-activated paint where I want the mouth to go. Now I'm just building up around the outline with cotton and liquid latex. Now I'm just painting the inside with some dark red paint. I just rolled a bunch of little cotton tubes and I'm going to start placing those like this. Now I'm going to take strips of tissue around the outside to kind of blend that in better. Now I'm going over that with my foundation. I'm going to add some bruising around the outside. Now I'm taking some fake blood on the inside. Here's the final look. Thanks for watching. Vampire makeup, I got you. First things first, we're gonna do a smoky eye. I want black on the lid, and then I'm gonna smoke it out with some red. Now channeling our inner Salvatore, we're gonna make veins underneath the eyes. Just like that. And now to make them look like they're beneath the surface, we tap translucent powder over top. And here's a hack. If you're like, oh my god, I covered them up too much, take setting spray, spray her back on, and they'll be more vibrant. Now I'm gonna repeat the same process with some other colors. I'm a big fan of how the veins look, so I usually do a lot. Vampires have strong cheekbones, so I just chiseled out with some bronzer. Pulling some of that red shadow down, red on the lips, blend them out, black eyeshadow in the middle, gloss. Then you just add all your props. And blood, but I'm not going to do that because TikTok will take it down. This is why you should never look through a keyhole. A middle-aged man decides to spend the night at a hotel. He checks in at the front desk where the attendant gives him the key to his room. Before he can make his way up towards his room, the attendant stops him quickly. She informs him that on the way to his room, there's a room with no number on the door. This door remains locked as no one is allowed inside. The man is curious at the time, but decides to listen to the attendant. He makes his way off to his room where he lets both himself and his curiosity rest for the night. At the end of the following day, he finds his curiosity getting the best of him. He can't get his mind off the locked door in the room that stands behind it. He makes his way down the hall and stands before the door, overwhelmed by the sight of it. He tries the handle, but it won't budge. After a few seconds, he decides to peek through the keyhole. Immediately, a burst of cold air brushes over his eye. Nevertheless, he can see through the keyhole and into the hidden-away bedroom. Facing away from the door, there stands a ghostly woman leaning her head against the wall. After staring through the keyhole at the woman with pale skin for a few more seconds, the man leans away and considers knocking on the door. He comes to the conclusion that that might not be the best idea and returns to his room. The following day, the man can't seem to stop thinking about the pale woman who has been locked away in that room. He returns to the door and peeks through the keyhole once again. He can't see the room anymore. All he can see is red, as if something is covering the keyhole. He decides to return to the front desk, curious on whether the staff has found out about him peeking in through the keyhole and decided to block it with something red. He talks to the front desk attendant, who simply asks if the man had peeked in through the keyhole. The man confirms and the attendant sighs, preparing to come clean. She reveals that a long time ago, a woman was murdered by her husband in that room. They blocked it off soon after when they kept getting reports of strange occurrences. Eventually, they were made aware of a spirit with pale skin living in that room who noticeably had red eyes. She was staring back at him through the keyhole. This is why you should politely decline if a governess invites you to her mansion. There once was a small abandoned village in Transylvania. In this village, there lived a young countess. She was the beautiful queen of vampires. She wanted nothing more than to suppress her hunger, but she simply could not. She spent her days laying out tarot cards for herself, praying that she would find some hope in her future. But they always read the same thing. In her dark and gothic mansion, she was tended to by an old mute governess. Though the Countess was inhumanly beautiful, she had never found love, as her bloodthirsty appetite always got in her way. Whenever a young traveler appeared in the abandoned village, the governess would invite them up to her mansion. The travelers would enter the mansion and they would never leave. That is, until a young soldier came across the village, amused by the thought of a land inhabited by vampires. That evening, when the Countess laid her tarot cards out in front of her, she found that love was in her future. The governess invites the soldier up to the Gothic mansion, and as he approaches the large estate, he is overcome by the scent of roses. Though he's frightened by the sight of the mansion at first, he continues inside to see what is in store. Feeling vulnerable and frightened, the governess leads him to meet the mansion's wealthy owner. This is where he meets the Countess, overtaken by her incredible beauty. After seeing his face, the Countess screeches and the governess puts a pair of dark glasses on her to shield her eyes. The Countess expresses just how lonely she's been in her chateau with only the governess for company. She begins to think to herself that this soldier could be her long-awaited groom, but she also finds herself wishing to feast on his blood. She leads him to her bedroom where she typically feasts on her prey. She can't seem to do it, bursting into tears as they approach the bed. She drops her glasses and they break, resulting in her cutting her finger with one small shard of glass. The soldier kisses her bloody finger. Following morning, he finds her dead at her table, slumped over her tarot cards. This is why you should always listen to your children. During a dark night in 1972, the two young McDaniel children sit in their house based in Enfield, Illinois. There, they claim to see a strange creature lurking throughout the yard and attempting to enter the house. Their father chalks it all up to their imagination, though the story made him uncomfortable. Still suspicious, Mr. McDaniels finds himself awoken by the sound of something scratching the outside of their house. Armed with a gun and a flashlight, he makes his way to the front door and peers out. He can't seem to see anything until his gaze catches something strange in between the two rose bushes. By these bushes, there stands a creature that is almost human. The creature had 3 legs, a short body, 2 short arms, alongside 2 very pink eyes that are the size of flashlights. He raises his gun and gets ready to fire. Quickly, McDaniel fires his gun 4 times, aimed at the horrifying figure. He strikes the creature once, which causes it to hiss like a wildcat. It continues fleeing, making its way towards a railway embankment. McDaniel watches in shock as the beast leaps 3 times, making it 80 feet in those few jumps. Following day, the police are able to find scratches on their door screen and strange 6-footed paw prints near the McDaniels' house. Though the story of this creature made it into local newspaper, not many people believed that the sighting was actually real. McDaniel reported 2 more sightings of this creature, though no one believed him. McDaniel was even threatened with jail time because of these reports. Though he stopped reporting these sightings, he remained adamant in seeing the beast. He believed it was extraterrestrial and there were more hiding nearby. To this day, there has been no explanation to this sighting. I literally look like a bug that just got hit with a flash water, but I'm gonna be wiping on my makeup. Well, I'm not actually wiping on makeup. I wiped off my makeup and put it in reverse. But if I could wipe on makeup like this, that'd be a pretty nifty skill. But anyways, I'm throwing this bad boy in reverse because y'all said that girls would give me 100,000 likes if I did it. So here it is, TikTok. Please put me on the For You page. Like, come on. Please. I'm begging you. I'm gonna do some easy skeleton makeup for you guys for Halloween. First, I'm just gonna map out the smile with some eyeliner. Now I'm gonna make the teeth with some white face paint, but you can use eyeliner or eyeshadow too. So I'm just doing that and then pulling it down. So you wanna make sure they're perfectly over top of each other and the bottom is pointing down and the top is pointing up. You can do as many teeth as you want and make them as big or small as you want. Using some black eyeshadow, we're gonna shade in between the teeth. And I like to extend the line past the teeth. Going back in with the eyeliner in between. Now just taking some black shadow to outline the cheekbone. And then just shade that in. Eyeliner for the nose. And I'm just gonna do a black smoky eye. Some glitter. Fake nails to vampire teeth. File the nail. Dentures. I'm gonna test this out. I just got these at my local drugstore. They look like a good teeth color. Pull these out. I also have a ton of nail care stuff. I'm gonna clip it a little first. Now we're gonna give it a little shaping. It actually filed very easily. Now here's my denture glue, something I never thought I'd be saying. Put a little dot on the back, and here's the moment of truth. It literally looks so good and feels very solid. I give this hack a 10 out of 10. You guys definitely need to try it. So I saw this picture and I'm gonna try and do that, but with wrapping paper. Okay, so I have my pieces and now I'm gonna burn them. I have water next to me in case this goes wrong. It looks so good. I have all my pieces done and I'm gonna start sticking these to my face. Now I'm just taking some liquid latex and putting that on the back of the pieces. I'm just gonna stick this on. Now I'm just gonna do the exact same thing with the other pieces. I have all my pieces on and now I'm gonna shade with some different tones of brown to make it look like it's burning from my skin. I'm gonna go do eyes and lips now. Oh my gosh, I think it turned out so cool. Let me know what you guys think. I literally look like a bug that just got hit with a flash water, but I'm gonna be wiping on my makeup. Well, I'm not actually wiping on makeup. I wiped off my makeup and put it in reverse. But if I could wipe on makeup like this, that'd be a pretty nifty skill. But anyways, I'm throwing this bad boy in reverse because y'all said that girls would give me 100,000 likes if I did it. So here it is, TikTok. Please put me on the For You page. Like, come on. Please. I'm begging you.